Okay, hi everyone. My name's PK, and here I've got my client Trang with me in this video or this episode. What I want to do is I want to allow everyone to hear an experience of someone who lives on the East Coast, buying on the West Coast of Australia, a property sub $300,000, positive cash flow, high growth, didn't use a buyer's agent, did everything herself with proficiency. And really just try to inspire you guys that actually it's possible, and just kind of open up the bonnet or the hood a little bit to the Property Investment Accelerator and give you some golden gems. So if that's useful, stick around. And thank you so much, Trang, for, like I was saying before we hit record, thanks for making the time for this.
Okay, no worries.
So just a little bit about the property itself. So Trang got this for $295,000. So if anyone's thinking, hey, I need to buy properties for at least $500,000, not true. This is in a capital city. $295,000. A similar type of property, maybe a little bit smaller, but not too dissimilar, comparable, went for $290, just before. This one is already rented. The market rent for this property that Trang has got is $350. So bought for $295,000, will pay at market rent $350 per week. So she's not overpaid for it. She's getting positive cash flow. It's in an area where the data is trending really, really well. She's bought on the trend really well in a relatively cooler market. So for those of you watching and you're like, I keep missing out on properties in Sydney or Melbourne or Brisbane or Adelaide, like this is a cooler market where you can buy more towards the bottom, which is fantastic. And yeah, I mean, Trang, maybe just start off with telling us or telling me, like, what was your property background before you joined the Property Investment Accelerator, before you bought this property, just so people can kind of relate to whether they're in a similar boat to you or not. Like, what's been your property history?
Okay, so I've been researching in the property market for a few years. I haven't bought. I've bought my principal place of residence, but I've never bought anything to hold for long term. So that's what I sort of thought that I would be looking at, because I think I came across your group a while ago, and I saw a lot of I saw you sharing a lot of successful story and that sort of thing. So I thought I'd give it a go, see how it goes. Yeah, so basically before this, I haven't bought any investment property.
Okay, so you're brand new to property investing.
Yeah.
And so, like, what was the kind of research that you were doing before you decided to sort of, I don't know, take the leap of faith and work with me? Like, were you already looking at data? Were you already looking at suburbs, or you hadn't done anything?
I've already, I only looked at suburbs in Melbourne, so I had a bit of knowledge, but not much. I saw that you do a free introduction course. So I signed up for that. And I mean, after speaking with you and also seeing how you interact on the group, I can see that you're very genuine. You're not like other people trying to sell your course. Mm-hmm. So that's why I took the leap of faith and I invested in your course.
Okay, thank you for doing that. So everyone wants to know, like, what is challenged with where to buy. Like, that is ultimately the question in property investing. Where should I buy? There are 15,000 suburbs. How did you decide, or how did the course help you decide exactly which suburb to hone in on using true data? Like, without going into the sort of detail and everything, how were you able to do that? Maybe just kind of explain that if you can.
I guess, first of all, the course is very informative in the sense that it It gives you the step-by-step guide. It doesn't say in theory, but it's actually gives you the actual data to look at and what kind of numbers to look for. So it's very easy in that way. So once you get the hang of what to look for, then it's very easy. And also in our mentorship core, you also point us to the right direction. So yeah, it's very easy.
Yeah, awesome. Good to hear.
Yeah.
Good to hear. And I think one of the last questions that I'll ask as well is, like, a lot of people have no idea how to buy in another city or state without using a buyer's agent. So I don't know, like, how were you able to conquer your fear or build confidence to buy, you know, not halfway, actually on the other side of Australia without ever visiting the property? What were the steps that you took to do that?
I guess by taking your course, you've highlighted everything that I need to do in the course. So with the inspections and everything, we can get a property manager to do it. The kind of things that they need to look for in the inspections and everything, they're obviously more competent than us in looking at a property. So yeah, I don't think it's, it's they are better than at their job than we are. So yeah, it's that's
Better
why
just to
I can
outsource it to
trust
them.
them.
Yeah,
Yeah.
no, that's perfect. And I just want to make that point as well, that you know, a lot of people are like, well, how do we buy without actually inspecting the property? Like you said, Trang, the property manager looks at things like stumping, drainage issues, electrical issues, plumbing, so many things that if you or I, you know, walk through the property,
Yeah.
we might have peace of mind that we've walked through the property, but to be honest, like, we're just noticing the colors on the wall, like
Yeah.
nothing else we're really looking for. So they're the experts. And
Yeah.
did you pay for the property manager to inspect it, or did they do it for you?
No, I didn't, but I know some people did, but I mean, for a small fee. So I didn't, and I engaged them afterwards to manage the property. But I know some people who didn't because they didn't want to tie up with the property manager, so
Yeah,
they could just pay someone.
yeah. So that's the other thing, you know, like, you can pay for inspections, but if you use a property manager, actually a lot of them, really good property managers, you know, they're interested in a long-term relationship. Now Trang is
Yeah.
given that property to that property manager, and she's going to hold that, I don't know, 5, 10, 15, 20 years, and that property manager is making money 5, 10, 15 years from now. So they're happy to do the inspection for free. And I just really want to make this point. So you can buy anywhere in Australia without actually having to pay, you know, 10, 15, $20,000 to a buyer's agent, using these methods, using a team that is reliable. And maybe the last question, Trang, is like, why are you doing property investing in the first place? I mean, of course I know, but maybe for everyone's benefit, you know, like, maybe in 5 years time, what is your goal? Like, why are you going to all this effort? What's your kind of target or ambition?
I guess everyone's doing it because they want to be rich, and I'm no exception. uh, yeah, I guess yeah, that's the only reason. Having some passive income in order to um, be do and give.
Yeah.
Yeah.
No, I like that. I mean, let's not beat around the bush. We invest in property to make money.
Yeah.
That's the only reason we invest in property. It's a business. And then what you do with your money is up to you. You use it
Yep.
for yourself, for family, you give it, you know, you help others. That's a personal choice, but you have to treat it like a business. So maybe, like, what would you say to someone, Trang, that is maybe like in your shoes, you know, a few months ago when you started, you know, they're kind of on the fence, not sure whether the property investment accelerator actually works, you know, it's not
Yeah.
a cheap course. What would you just say to someone now, having gone through it, bought a property, Were you pleased that you signed up?
I guess from my point of view, I was looking at it this way. You know, instead of saving a few $1,000s now from joining your course, I could instead invest that money and then earn a lot of $1,000 5 years later, 10 years later. So that's what I thought. And also, if in the case that they're not sure if your course is right for them, reach out to you or to people that have done the course that you've shared on your group. So yeah, they have the first-hand experience and will be able to, you know, advise those people if the course is right.
Yeah, no, good advice. And if anyone's kind of right now feeling overwhelmed with all the information out there, you know, really, you do want to take that next step, you know, buy a really solid property, whether you're brand new, already got a few properties, you know, do your due diligence. I have a Facebook group. There's almost 10,000 people in there now. Reach out to previous clients. There are hundreds of them. Ask their experiences, follow me, see if we're on the same vibe. And if we are, then I'd be more than happy to help you if we're a good fit. Just like, you know, Trang, I actually don't think I helped you too much, Trang. Like, I think you did most of the work yourself. I think we had a few calls and stuff like that, but
Yeah.
no, I mean, it's a testament to, you know, it didn't happen overnight. I can definitely say for you, it took some time, but you were persistent and you adopted what I teach in my mentorship sessions. You adopted the concept of going to a cooler market and getting a deal done. You know, it's almost like buying in Adelaide last year. That's what you've done over in WA. And so it's the right method to do instead of just waiting around and keeping out and missing out on properties. So you don't have to buy in Perth. For anyone that's watching, there's cooler markets other than that as well. But Perth, you know, just watch it. I know everyone's a bit skeptical, but the data says something else. All right, well, thank you, Trang, for making time for this video.
Problems?
All right, and everyone who's watching, thank you so much for watching. There's like, I don't know, maybe another 30, 40, 50 of these types of videos on my YouTube and my Facebook group. You know, hit the subscribe button, turn the notification bell, join the group, see if we're a good fit. Even if we're not, join the Facebook group. There's lots of free education. It's bound to help you. My name's PK, and I hope you have a wonderful day.